Collaborative applications in virtual environments allow users to interact with each other in different ways, diverging from the usual communication toolset we use every day. For this year's 3D UI contest, two users should interact in separate rooms in order to help each other. The caveat is that verbal and non-verbal communication is not possible since they are in separate rooms. Our setup is composed of two different VR environments, a cave system composed of 3 high-resolution walls with 6 projectors each, and a stereo power wall system. The cave system is used by the Explorer. For the 3D UI contest, the Explorer is the user who sees the VR environment in a first-person mode. His objective is to traverse the VR environment, which in this case is a maze, with the help of a second user, the Power user. The power wall is used by the Power user. The Power user is the one who sees the VR environment in its entirety, similar to the word in miniature metaphor. His objective is to guide the Explorer through the maze, by giving him non-verbal hints. The VR environment is a maze model in Maya. All rooms look similar. The maze is also composed of multiple floors. The Explorer navigates in this world using a point-and-go metaphor. He simply points to where he wants to go using a Wiimote controller. A virtual line connecting the Wiimote in his hand and the target surface is rendered in the VR environment. The Explorer can then pull himself automatically in the direction between his hand and the end of the virtual line. This can be seen by the red line connecting the Wiimote device and the VR environment. The Explorer holds in his hand a modified Wiimote controller attached to an optical tracking device. The user points to where he wants to go and locks the virtual direction by clicking one of the Wiimote buttons. Holding this same button again automatically pulls the user towards the select direction. We assume there is no gravity in this environment, allowing the user to fly up and down to navigate between multiple floors. This allows the user to explore each room in the maze in its entirety. The Power user has a global view of the VR environment. The power wall system used is composed of a single 3D stereo projector. Using hand gesture, he can control his view of the VR environment. The interaction device is a Wii Nunchuck plus Wiimote coupled with an infrared LED. This LED is tracked using 2 Wiimotes for its position in space. To rotate the VR world using this configuration, the Power user drags a Wii Nunchuck in space around a pivot. Both the pivot and the Wii Nunchuck have a virtual representation on the VR environment. Using one of the Wiimote buttons, the user can rotate the virtual environment around the pivot. The second button can be used in the same fashion to translate the virtual environment. The position of the pivot can also be controlled using the nunchuck. The Power user can see where the Explorer is in the virtual environment world. To give hints to the Explorer, the Power user can illuminate pathways in this maze. To do that, the Power user positions the virtual representation of the nunchuck in the virtual environment and clicks a button on the Wiimote to drop a light point source. The Explorer sees this light point and then knows which direction to take in the maze. The point-and-go technique allows the Explorer to quickly navigate through the VR environment. Since he is immersed in a cave system, he can look around him to see the possible exits in each room. Light point sources are a subtle yet effective way to hint the Explorer to where he should go next. Our pilot studies show that the user enjoyed using this combined system for navigation and exploration.